components. Microsoft has taken this trend seriously in Visual Basic 6 by offering graphical layouts of the project in several of its default toolboxes. Let's examine a few of these now. At the top of the screen is the Project Explorer, which displays a hierarchical list of the items contained in a project. This box is like a flowchart, keeping the different parts of our project separated, and because each part is displayed as an icon, we can easily switch between each part by clicking its icon. In this box, we only see Form 1 listed in the Project 1 project because we have not added any controls to our form. But later, this box will be full of icons, representing our program controls. At the bottom of the screen is another part of version 6's integrated programming environment, the Form Layout window. This window allows users to place their forms on the screen in the position they will appear when the programs are run, without having to run the program to find out where a form first appears. This visual placement method is easier than having to specify the X and Y coordinate position of the upper left corner of their forms in pixels, as with early versions of Visual Basic, because they can visually place the form on the screen. Since we will not be working with multiple forms, we'll click the Close button to close it and free some desktop space. The extra screen space we just gained gives us a much better look at one of the most important toolboxes in Visual Basic 6, the Properties box. The Properties box allows us to regulate the aspects of each control we add to our program. The Properties box is divided into two sections, the property name and the property value. The property name lists all of the properties that can be associated with the currently selected item. For example, a command button can have properties for appearance, caption, and enabled, among others. In addition, the property name list can be viewed in two different ways, alphabetic or categorized. Alphabetic, as the name implies, lists the properties alphabetically. Categorized lists the properties based on categories such as appearance, how the object will appear to the user, or behavior, how the object acts in the application. The other section, the property value section, is simply used to set the values of its associated property. Some properties are limited to a fixed number of values. For example, a command button's appearance property can be assigned one of two values, 3D or flat. Other properties can have values that depend on the designer's wishes, such as the caption property, which can be assigned any string we choose. That make using its integrated programming environment quick and easy. Let's learn some of the more useful commands and where they are located in the menus. We'll start by clicking the File menu. When saving Visual Basic projects, there are two types of files to consider, the form file and the project file. The form contains the visual portion of our program, as well as the code itself, while the project contains identification and path references to the form, as well as any components and add-ons in the program. To save a project, we will start by clicking the Save Form 1 As command and notice the Save File As box appears. We type Chapter 1 and click Save to save our form in the Visual Basic 6 folder. Now that the form has been saved, we save the project by clicking the File menu, choosing the Save Project As command. In the Save Project As box, we type Chapter 1 and click Save. In a project with multiple forms, it's not a good idea to give the project and form the same name, but when a project has only one form, it's a good habit to get into for easy recognition.